Hello and welcome to DC Conversations. So
Thank you.
first of all, I would like to ask you, are you a very spiritual person who believes in
Oh
the,
wow,
yeah,
good question. This
yeah,
is not a
because,
question I was expecting.
you just spoke about how it's supposed to happen. So I thought this should be a question I should
I
ask
am
you.
a very, very deeply spiritual person. I might not believe in rituals, although I do perform a few. But I am a spiritual person, and very early on in life, one of my teachers had gotten me into spirituality. Only that time I didn't know what it was, and how you grow as you grow up with life experiences teach you. And then I started going to Vipassana in 2014.
Hmm,
That's when I eventually started enjoying it and
great.
realizing what it is.
Yeah. But with so much happening around you, also these days, because mental health has become a big concern for everyone because you're
Yeah.
affected by a lot of things that's happening around you, more so because you're a celebrity. How do you keep your mental calm? Like how do you deal with anything that comes your way, something negative, and yeah.
So I honestly have been quite fortunate that professionally, not anything major negative has ever been said about me. I've steered away of controversies. I'm not that kind of person who thrives on controversies or wants any publicity out of that. My work has always been appreciated by critics and press and janta. So there was not much negativity or negative feedback. I have, believe it or not, never been trolled in my life. So, God has been kind. Having said all that, there's always some or the other stress going on in your life. It could be anything. It could be your parents' health. It could be your kids. It could be your spouse. Um, how I deal with it is very simple. I mean, I'm not a thick skinned guy, so I get affected very, very quickly. They say that to be in this industry, you have to be thick skinned, but I am not thick skinned. In fact, yesterday there was a disagreement or of some sort with a friend of mine, somebody who I call a friend. And I'm very uncomfortable with that kind of conversation and the way of speaking and all of that. I just don't like all that. So what I do is I take a step back. I just shut my eyes for 10 minutes and blank out everything. It's a form of meditation. I mean, meditation doesn't only mean chanting and doing mantra and yantra. Meditation solely means just detach yourself for that time being, let that time pass you by, and you will see on the other side nothing is constant, right? So when I finish that 10-15 minutes of just breathing and thinking of nothing, I find that is the best way to deal with any kind of stress. That's my hack.
So how do you keep fit?
Good question. Now we're coming to the point.
Yeah.
I think again starts from the mind. I like to believe that a healthy mind leads to a healthy body and vice versa. Um, I enjoy working out. I enjoy, let's say, looking good. And it's not vanity alone. It's just I like looking good. Wake up in the morning, and if I see myself in the mirror and it's looking good, it helps me try a little harder that day in the gym. If I go to the gym and say two people compliment the way I'm looking, again, it makes me try harder. So for me, health, fitness, these all have been verticals of my life, which I've been very, very disciplined about. And I enjoy doing it. And I hope that, the thing is, I've always believed if you want to live a long, healthy life, whenever, however many years you live, it's very, very important to be fit inside and outside. So
Hmm.
that's how I look at the whole thing.
So do you think, from then when you started off your career, the pressure to look good, in the physical appearance, especially for a public figure, has changed over the years? Has it increased with
Uh,
social media and all that?
yeah, yeah, like a thousandfold. I remember when I started off with Swabiman, which was almost 30 years back now, we used to get letters written in blood. I played a character called Rishabh Malhotra. I don't even know whether you were born then. Uh,
I was born. I mean,
you,
I'm 46,
you
yeah.
were?
So. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you were born, you were still in
So
second
I
standard or
think
first
those were the
standard.
early series, Shanti, Swabhiman started
Was,
the mega
that
series.
started the revolution on television,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And I remember our office used to get truckloads of mail for Rishabh Malhotra, and that's the only way we would find out how much people loved us. Right? We used to get letters written in blood, but they could never see us live in person. There was no social media, there was no Instagram, no Facebook, none of this. So there was no constant pressure to wear certain clothes or to be seen at the gym in certain clothes or airport look or salon look or all that time. Uh, and also, when you're younger, your metabolic rate is so high that anything you eat or drink gets absorbed and digested so fast. Next day, you're as good as new. So by the time the pressure started growing, I'd already turned 40. So I had to make sure that I was moving with the times. And like I said earlier, I enjoy fitness. For me, it's not a chore. Ki, "Arey yaar, ab gym jana hai." I'm very enthused. Like I'm just going to go play pickleball now for 2 hours. So I enjoy all of that. Mm. The pressures have increased, and I refuse to take that pressure. There are times when I'll repeat the same black suit, whether I'm going to a wedding or an award function. Or people say I'm well dressed, but the honest truth is I only wear whatever is lying on the top shelf of my cupboard. And this is the honest truth. I'm not trying to bullshit you. And of course, I mean, you have designers sending you stuff which I wear off and on, but I find it tedious to dress up for something. I dress up for the occasion. I make sure that if I'm going to a wedding, I'm dressed for the occasion. Uh, but I don't go over the top. I mean, I like Saif Ali Khan for just that reason that he is who he is. He's comfortable in his kurta pajama, whether it's in at home or he's going to the airport. Look at Amir. He's dressed in whatever he's comfortable in. So
yeah.
I've had the same school of thought, really. Uh, I don't take pressure. I don't take pressure, but you've got to be fit. And you've got to be fit for yourself. You don't have to be fit for the paps only. That is
Yeah.
your image. That's your image. But I like being fit. So, yeah, that is not for me pressure.
What are the different ways in which you are dealing with fitness? One is your workout and anything else.
So, I have a three-pronged attack. Primarily, like I mentioned, Vipassana, because you asked me, that was the first question. Vipassana is something that really, really holds you in good stead, come what may in life. Life is going to throw you curveballs, right? I mean, everybody will go through something or the other.
Yeah.
Every second day, there's a curveball you're least expecting, and you have to deal with it. I think Vipassana or any form of meditation that you believe in, that's my first dhanush baan. क्या बोलते हैं उसको राम धनुष. So
Mm,
that's my Brahmastra, Vipassana. If I could do something and not do anything else, it would be Vipassana.
mm,
So just meditate. Morning half an hour, evening half an hour before sleeping. That's my first. The second thing is I eat well. I try and limit my junk food or my cheat days to very, very minimal, even when I'm traveling. I was in America for 3 weeks last month, and usually I end up putting on 6 to 8 kilos on a holiday. Like all of us let ourselves go. But this time I decided that no, I will cheat minimally. So I cheated probably 20% of the time. That's my second thing. And third thing is that I go to the gym. There is
mm.
no alternative to pushing iron, to doing strength training. You got to do it. So that's the third thing I make time for. And so when you sorted out this, your gut and your body, what more do you need? Sorted.
Yeah. And you seem to be so passionate about your work that you continue to, work and be seen in roles. Tell us about this role of DCP Avinash in Saubhagyavati Bhava. What is it about the
Hmm.
role that actually drew you towards that?
I loved it. Obviously, I'd heard of Saubhagyavati Bhava and that was a hit show. So one wants to be part of a good franchise, right? Whether it's cinema or television.
Yeah.
But I remember when they narrated the role to me, I was like, boss. And it was actually it was a guest appearance, it was there for a month and a half only. And when I saw the first day, the scene that had been written for my entry, I
Hmm.
was locked. I said, boss, ये तो करना ही है. So I read it, and obviously I read it in a way that, television is very different from cinema, right? It's always rushed, rushed, rushed. But when I reached the set and they explained the whole sequence to me, I knew I had made the right decision. And even now, a lot of people put it on Instagram, the entire entry, the walk, this, that, the door opening, and they did it really well. So I'm glad
Yeah.
I did Sobhagyavati Baba. Yeah, it was quite cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and you worked with, various filmmakers and directors. What have you learned from your experiences? What has been the biggest takeaway for you?
The biggest takeaway for me has been from my director Sanjay Gupta.
Hmm.
The biggest takeaway is that, boss, just calm down, relax, go about it. Because there is never going to be one day where you will not have a problem of something.
Yeah,
Actor coming late, camera conking up, somebody falling ill, somebody getting COVID, something or the other is going to happen. Don't react. लगे रहो. Doesn't matter. आज नहीं हुआ, कल हो जाएगा.
yeah,
If you have this mindset, Sanjay Gupta ke saath, whenever I work, I feel I'm on a holiday. Because whatever is going around him, he's laughing, jumping around from here to there, doesn't behave like this director. He's just a friend. He'll talk to the star and a junior artist in the same way. He keeps the environment so healthy and happy that everybody wants to work. Like, in that, who wants stress, right? And that's
yeah.
my biggest takeaway of working with him. I've been working with him on his films for the last almost 15 odd years, and he hasn't changed. He's just, I mean, he's one of the most stylish directors we have. And it's just the culture on his set is so easygoing that when and as I make my film, I'm actually very opposite. I've become very stern on set as a director. But this is my takeaway. So when I make my film, I'm going to make sure that the set environment, whatever happens around us, is going to be chill, like everybody's at a party.
From all the takeaways that you've learned, what is the, one piece of advice if you were to give to the upcoming or aspiring actors, what would that be?
Actors. Well, I can repeat the same advice that Nasir Bhai gave me on my first day of shooting. I remember we were shooting for Swabiman. It was the first early day. I think it was the second day or maybe the first day, and he had come to wish all of us because he was also very close to Bhatt Saab, and I was doing a film called Sir at that time.
Hmm.
And we were sitting outside, and I said, Nasir Bhai, but if you had to give me one piece of advice about acting, what would it be? He said, learn your lines like the back of your hand so that when you go onto the set, you're not thinking about the lines. They become part of you, and then you can improvise and you can better your scene as many times, as many ways as you possibly want to. So I think that's the only advice I'll give any actor. Learn your lines that you don't have to look at the script. And don't only learn your lines. Learn your lines, learn your co-actors' lines, know what your cuts are, know where the angles of the lenses are. If you're aware of your surrounding as an actor, if you're aware, it's like I can see myself right now, so I know how I'm looking.
Hmm.
When the camera is looking at you, you don't know how you're looking. So you have to be aware कौन सा lens है मेरे को कितनी करीब से देख रहा है. Is it
Yeah.
tight? Is it a zoom? Is it a wide lens? Know that, know your craft, and then, of course, the most important thing, read your lines 100 times. When you go in, it is that you are only talking, you're not delivering lines. That makes you a good actor, I think.
Yeah. So how much time do you spend on your scripts to this day?
Uh, I spend till the time the scene is being shot. I keep reading the script over and over and over and over again. I can do it more than 100 times.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter how many years you've been here because that piece of work is a brand new piece of work because I have never done that. So that scene, that page, I have to memorize it in a way. And usually I feel that you should not really जैसे हम लोग स्कूल में rote learning करते थे, we used to
Yeah.
learn, mug up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Don't mug up the scene. Understand the scene, understand the concept of the scene, the context of the scene, and then make those lines yours. Of course, there is a meter. Every writer writes in a meter. But I'm not saying change the meter, but don't stick to everything. Like a word here and there is no problem in changing. Of course, if your writer is very anal about the work he's done, then that's your call. But I
Yeah.
have never ever stuck to exactly the same lines. I never changed my cues, but I feel it gives me a kind of a rawness, which otherwise gets lost and mechanical. It becomes mechanical if you're just reading out every line. So yeah, that's my formula of acting.
Great. So what next? What are your upcoming projects? What have you planned for this year?
Well, I've been working on my script for quite a while now. It's ready. It's kind of ready. The first draft is ready, and I'm now meeting producers. I want to direct my film. I've also I have two OTT shows written completely. We are pitching. And I think in 2026, the only thing we're going to do is revive Rohit Roy Productions, hopefully direct the film, and have at least these two shows that we have created for OTT on board. Um, I'm thinking by the end of September, we'll know the dates. So next time you talk to me, I should be on floors.
Yeah, what is that patch on your yeah,
Yeah.
wrist?
So this patch that I'm wearing is a transdermal patch. It's a company called Big Me, and
Mm,
because I've been into fitness for so many years, I always used to wonder that in India, why don't we have transdermal patches for the delivery of all the supplements that we need? So, like,
mm,
if you take creatine, if you take ashwagandha, if you need caffeine, if you need melatonin, anything, why are we popping pills and powders and all sorts of capsules, which is definitely going to upset your gut flora?
mm,
Most of the problems that occur today in today's youth is because of the chemicals we are putting into our body,
mm.
processed food, all that,
Yeah.
everything. And however clean you want to be, you cannot be, because even there's chemicals on plants, the food that we're eating on every day. So this is I came across this online, and I ordered some stuff from them, and I used the pre-workout, which is creatine, ashwagandha, and caffeine, and I was blown out of my mind. I was blown. In 3 days, I could see a difference, not only in my body, but also in my energy. I could lift more, I could run more. And then, strangely, I was at some coffee shop and they shot me wearing this. And Viral Bayani put it out, or some one of them. Yeah, I think Viral put it out, and it went viral. So these guys got in touch with me. Okay, sir, we saw you wearing you are an this thing. We'd like to have you on board as brand ambassador. I said no. I want to be on board as an investor. If you want that, then you come and meet me. So then
Mm,
they came from Indore. Two young boys, they just finished business school from UK, and they came and meet me from Indore, and they took me through their entire plan. And I realized this is a first mover. Now I'm not an investor by nature. It's not like I'm investing in several companies, but this seemed like something that I enjoy. I want to take it to the world and India. And there's nobody else in India who's making transdermal patches. So it was a big win win. And here we are today. I'm a partner in the company, and I am very happy that I'm going to give the youth of today something that they will be able to use and be happy and comfortable with.
amazing. Congratulations and all the best. Thank you for
Thank
talking to
you.
me. Thank you.
Take care. All the best.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.